Hello everybody, in this lesson I will discuss a cumulative frequency polygon or an ogive in statistics. A cumulative frequency curve or ogive illustrates the distribution by a graph of the upper limit of each class against the cumulative frequency. Most ogives have a lazy S shape and is a smooth curve, not straight lines that are joined together. Unlike frequency polygons, which work with mid-class values, the ogive uses the endpoints of each group. Let's do an example. The heights of shrubs in a garden is shown in the table. Now there you can see we've got heights and frequency. Now the first one, the height here, this means there were 10 shrubs that has a height between h is smaller than 115, h is greater or equal to 110. Then the next one, there's your height. The frequency was 14, so there were 14 shrubs whose height was between height smaller than 120 and height greater or equal to 115. So now you understand the first table. Now the question says, draw a cumulative frequency table and illustrate the data on an ogive. And usually they give you the height and the frequency, and then maybe they will add a cumulative frequency table there for you, or rather column, but they will never give you upper limit of class or the coordinates to plot, the coordinates of the points to plot. That is my job to explain to you that one. Now we will start with the cumulative frequency. The first entry in your cumulative frequency column is you write down the first frequency, which is 10. Then cumulative means you add. Now you will say it's this 10 plus 14 is 24. Then you will say 24 plus 22, 46. 46 plus 23 is 69. 69 plus 16 is 85. 85 plus 5 is 90. Now, to sketch your ogive, you need another thing, and this is this column in your table, the upper limit of the class. Now the upper limit of the class, this is this value here. You go to your height column, your classes, and it's 115. Then upper limit of the second class is this value over there, 120. Upper limit of the third class, 125, then 130, 135, 140. Now the coordinates to plot, this is what you need. You will say the x-coordinate is the upper limit of the class, in this case 115, and then your y-coordinate is the cumulative frequency, which is for the first class was 10. So the next coordinate will be, oh, and there I sketched it for you, 115 and 10. So the next coordinate will be the 120 for the x and the cumulative frequency for the y, 120 and 24. There you find that one. The next coordinate will be the upper limit of the class for the x, 125 and 46. There is your point, 125 and 46. The next one, upper limit of the class 130 and the cumulative frequency 69. There you find that one. 135 and 85. In goes the coordinate, and the last coordinate 140 and 90. Then you also have to ground your ogive, and you ground your ogive like this. For the y coordinate, it is always 0. And then for the x coordinate, where you ground your ogive, is you go to your class intervals on the height. So you go to the first one, which is this one. And then your x coordinate for your ground coordinate is always that very first value that you find there in the corner. So therefore, it's going to be your ground coordinate is the point 110 and 0. And then you join all your dots. Remember, it's a smooth curve, not straight lines. And there's your ogive. And then you can label your x-axis is the height of the shrubs, and on the y-axis you label it as cumulative frequency. Now they ask for give the values for the lower quartile, the median and the upper quartile. And what you need is, first of all, you need the cumulative frequency, the last value, which is 90. And then to work out your lower quartile, there's a little formula. Q1 is equal to a quarter n plus 1. And remember, that little formula doesn't give you the answer. It gives you the position of where you will find the answer. So let's explain that first. So for Q1, it's a quarter of n is the cumulative frequency, which is 90 in this case. So it's going to be a quarter of 91, 90 plus 1. Therefore, Q1 you will find on the 22.75 fifth value. So you go on to your cumulative frequency and you look for position 22.75, which is there, and then you write down and then you read your answer on the x-axis. Therefore, Q1 will be 119. So there you will see Q1 flew in. On the median, there's a formula. Q2 is half n plus 1. Therefore, it's half of 90 plus 1, half of 91. So the position will be position number 45.5. So you go to your cumulative frequency, you find position 45.5, and then you go down to the x-axis and you read the answer of there. So the height will be Q2, the median will be 124. That's where you read it off. And then upper quartile, your formula Q3 is 3/4 of n plus 1, n is 90 plus 1, 3/4 of 91, Q3 is 68.25. So on the cumulative frequency, you go to position 68.25, you go down to your x-axis and you read off the value of Q3 there, which will be Q3's value is 129. In the next video, I will discuss another practice example on ogives. Click on the video in the left-hand corner to take you straight to the next lesson.